Coming up for Micah Parsons, who's expected to be on the field for the Packers in their Week 1 matchup against the Lions. The defensive star is suffering from a hurt back, but is doing everything he can to make sure he's there for his new team on Sunday. The fans clearly think that Parsons will make a difference. Since the Packers traded for Micah on August 28th, Green Bay have been the most bet-on team to win the Super Bowl, with 22% bets at ESPN Bet Sportsbook being placed on them. Now, our own Dan Orlovsky weighed in on our A-Block Micah conversation, posting Mad Dog getting absolutely destroyed by Lewis and Stephen A.
Guys are hot.
Have never heard him more wrong.
Oh, come on. Take it easy. And remember one thing about the betting public. Always go against them. When the betting public loves something, go the other way, because you will lose with that betting public all the time. The betting public now thinks that Green Bay, with Jordan Love, a quarterback who's not even a top 10 quarterback yet, is now going to win the Super Bowl? Oh, come on. Take it easy. And he's not a top 10 quarterback, Mr. Riddick.
Dan, I'm told.
You're thinking.
Mad Dog, I'm told we have a surprise for you.
A surprise to me?
Yeah, that's what I was just told in my ear.
Oh, geez.
Oh, there it is.
There he is.
What's up, man?
Mad Dog, you are having a tough morning.
Go ahead.
We hear you, Danny. Chat. Say something.
Okay. When I sent out that tweet, one, Lewis and Stephen A., when you said that Jerry did the right thing and he's not getting fleeced in the trade, that's absolutely a preposterous statement to make. Anybody and everybody that has been paying attention to this realizes how bad business-wise that was for trade. You're telling me that you think Micah Parsons is comparable to Kenny Clark, Tyleek Williams, and Josh Connerly, because that's what the picks are going to be for the Cowboys, okay? Second of all, I did not hear you say you don't think the Packers are a legit Super Bowl contender, nor Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback?
No, he's not. Not top 10. Top 10? No way. Top 10. I'll name him right now.
What about makes him not top 10?
Well, number one, against San Francisco 2 years ago in the postseason, in the last quarter and a half, he was 3 for 9, 35 yards, and 3 picks. Number two, he was terrible in the game. And then number two, last year against the Eagles, he was terrible against the Eagles. You think Jordan Love's a top 10 quarterback right now? He's not even better than Goff. He's not better than Goff.
That dog, you are lit. Jared Goff's taken 2 different teams in the NFC Championship game. You're not taking a dig at him when you say he's not better than Goff, just to be clear.
I'll name you.
You are saying he's not a top 10. You're saying he's not a top 10 player because he struggled in a quarter of the NFC Championship game, or that he struggled in pouring rain in Brazil in game 1?
Here's what I would say, Dan. I will take 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now to lead my season ahead of Jordan Love. That's what I would say, confidently. And I'll name them if you want me to name them. I'll name them.
Name them.
Okay, well, we know the 4 in the AFC are easy. In Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and Lamar. Herbert is number 5. Stafford is number 6. Goff is number 7.
Hold up.
Hurts is number 8. Don't forget Hurts. That's 8. I just gave you 8. Which one are you arguing?
You just told me Jordan Love is not a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, he isn't.
Because of a playoff struggle against the San Francisco 49ers, and then said game 1 of last year on the road in Brazil, when Justin, who I think highly of, struggled mightily.
He did.
Had one of the worst games of his career last year.
That I agree with you on. He was terrible against Houston.
Listen.
But he's not a top 10 quarterback.
Listen, we appreciate Dan coming on the show, taking time out of his busy home life to come on the
show.
Southwest
Airlines.
Just to reiterate what the hell we just said. We appreciate that. I like the fact that you and Doggy are going back and forth, but we're not going to give you any more airtime on this subject, Doggy, like you're remotely right. You are wrong. Dan is right. I'm right. Lewis is right. And that's that. You're so wrong about this. You should want to change the subject.
And by the way, I'm not the only guy who thinks Dallas didn't get fleeced, because that
doesn't make you right.
Kirk Herbstreit.
So?
Herbstreit. He just said I was the only guy in America who thinks this is crazy.
We love.
Herbstreit on ESPN said it was a great move.
Well,
Did you see that?
I
saw it.
He's flagrantly wrong. He's flagrantly wrong, number one. Number 2, we love Kirk Herbstreit. He's our teammate. But damn it, if you feel so confident, don't just call in to a Q&A with Greedy. Come on a debate show and say that. Because there's a lot of holes in Kirk Herbstreit's argument that I wanted to make. And I don't usually disagree with the great Kirk Herbstreit.
So you did
but I did that day.
You did know. Okay, you know why all the people who are now all of a sudden going, Jerry did the right thing. There must have been a problem in the locker room. He was right to get, maybe he's trying to reset the culture. They've been trying to reset the culture for years in Dallas. And number 2, do you remember this? Did everybody forget this? He thought he had a deal with the kid. He was trying to sign the kid. It's not like, because you know what? If he thought he was such a big culture problem,
why would he try to
all offseason, he would have been like,
I understand.
I'm going to put your ass on the block right now, and I'm going to get a whole bunch of picks for you. But he didn't do that. Why? Why?
I understand. It's good.
Why didn't he do it?
If your point is, if he thinks he's not important, why did he try to sign him for 5 months? I understand that. I can't fight that one.
You know why he tried to trade him then?
Why is that?
Because you know what? He was like, hey, man, you know what? You're going to do things my way, or you're going to go play. Or what is it that David Mulugeta, I believe, said? Or reports were he told him, no, you're either going to play on the fifth-year option or you're not going to play. That's what he said.
By the way, one thing for Mr. Orlowski, you know who else is better than Love? C.J. Stroud.
I don't strongly disagree with that.
C.J. Stroud better player than Love.
For you to sit there and say you went 0 for 3 in just that argument.
I just can't get 10 people.
They did business well. He's a top 10
what he did was,
They're
this is what he did.
Contenders.
Dan, this is what he did. He said, do you remember that game 2 years ago in the third quarter when he threw a couple
you remember
that time back in 1978 when that guy threw one pick? And it's like, dog, you cherry pick bad moments to support your arguments better than anybody.
The worst.
Better than anybody.
I am good at it.
You are very good at it.
Okay, here's the good news for you. My earpiece dropped, so you tell me when we're going to break because I can't hear anything.
We are going to break right now.
Okay, I guess we're going to break.
I'm saying we don't want to see too much of Dan. We already seen him enough.
And too much flack.
Absolutely not. Like, I don't know that you're asking the wrong person. I don't know if there's a cap on the amount of flack that I think Jerry Jones deserves. I do, however, think that we owe it to him and to the fans of the team to try to figure out a way that it makes sense. Right now, it doesn't, consistent with the decisions that they've made up until this point. But you can make a change of plans. And I point to the Falcons as a team that did that during the draft last year. When the opportunity presented itself, they drafted Michael Penix, and their organization is in a better situation because of it. It's not as obvious how the Cowboys will be in a better situation because they traded Micah Parsons away, but I think it'll be determined by a lot of the other decisions that are made in the next 12 months. I don't think this was a championship team with Micah on it, and maybe they'll become one in the near future after moving on from Micah, but I still don't agree with the trade.
Okay, I'm glad we're in agreement with not agreeing on this trade. I think the fact that Jerry wanted to re-sign him and sign him to a big extension, and then about face because of something personal. It wasn't about business. It didn't make business sense for Jerry in that moment, and that is what is frustrating because you're a team that went out. You just want all the pieces to make sense. Like, show me collectively what all these moves. What's the goal? You pay Dak. If Jerry had said, you know what? He hasn't won enough in big critical games. I don't want to pay him. I'd be like, I don't agree, but I'm with you. If he said CD, we could get another receiver, wouldn't agree with it, but I'd be like, okay. You have, with Micah, that seemed like the obvious guy. Like, okay, he deserves his money. And it's just personal, and that to me will never make any financial sense.
When the trade happened, I went online, a toxic place in general, and I said on X that the only person in the NFL who can do this trade is Jerry Jones. Every other GM in the league has to look over their shoulder. So if Brett Veach and the Chiefs want to make a trade, he's got to ask Clark Hunt. If Howie Roseman, who he crowned as a future Hall of Famer, wants to make a trade, he at least has to discuss with his owner, Jeffrey Lurie. In this case, Jerry Jones doesn't have to answer to anybody. So whether it's right or it's wrong, he made the deal, and yes, it was very personal. I don't think he likes Micah Parsons. I don't think he likes Micah Parsons' representation. I think he likes his team a lot better without Micah Parsons on the field. And if that's going to be the price he has to pay all season when they win 6 games and has to look in the mirror and say, well, I did this, he's okay living with that because guess what? He also likes being on Good Morning America on a Wednesday morning and talking to the reporter and saying what he's saying there.
Yeah, he Bigfooted us. He, instead of our A block, he went to GMA's A block. Here's my question for you, Louis. Will we know how the lock